Hi, Sarah. My name is Haley Terry, and I will be your teacher for the new school year at Epic. I am so excited to get to know you and work with you this year and teach you all kinds of different things, as I'm sure you will be teaching me some things as well. And I just cannot wait to watch you succeed and grow as a student. Let's start off by learning some more about me. My name is Haley Terry, like I mentioned. I have been teaching for 4 years in public schools. And this will be my first year with Epic, and I am so excited to work one on one with you and just to work one on one with all students. That's my favorite thing to do. My favorite subjects are math and science. As those two go together, it just so happens that those are my favorite. When I am not teaching, I love spending time with my family. I enjoy going to the lake as well. I have 4 kids and 3 dogs. I know I am super busy, but I would not trade them for anything. I'm also getting married this summer and I will be moving to Duncan, so there's a fun fact about me, and I'm super excited for a new change. I look forward to a fun year with you and watching you grow and succeed and learn all kinds of new things. Right here is a data overview of your test scores in which you scored when taking the test. So it shows that you are at a 754 and you're projected to score an 812 about the end of the year. No worries, it's okay because we're going to get you there because you're not too far away. And so I have a whole bunch of fun activities planned for this school year in helping you get there. But first, we're going to look at the skills we need to focus on before we get going into the school year. So the main standards we need to focus on are the geometry and measurement areas. So that comes with the recognize and sort basic two-dimensional shapes, use two-dimensional and three-dimensional shapes to represent real-world objects, along with compare and ordering project objects according to location and measurable attributes. Then we will also need to focus on the algebraic reasoning in algebra. That goes with duplicating patterns in a variety of contexts, so just recognizing patterns as they duplicate. So the main standard we are going to focus on first is recognizing and sorting basic two-dimensional shapes using two-dimensional and three-dimensional shapes to represent real-world objects. With this standard, we are going to be recognizing our main shapes. So like circles, squares, triangles, rectangles, like the rhombus, octagon, all those, and also we'll be sorting those objects out and being able to identify whether they're 2D or 3D. Like I said, I have a whole bunch of fun activities planned for this, and I am super excited because who doesn't like having fun? So I'm just going to give you a preview of what our lesson would look like for the week. So starting with Monday virtually, we would go into a problem of the day. I love starting off my days with problems of the day. This allows the student to get familiar with the lesson we are going to be talking about, just get familiar, get warmed up, get their brain woke up some more, and so forth. So here I have 2 chairs. I would start off by asking, how are these chairs alike? How are they similar? How are they different? And there's so many answers that it could be. It could vary from the shapes, how tall they are, is it big, is it small, or the colors. Then we go into thinking about the chairs in your house. How are they different from these chairs? We'll then go to a pre-assessment. This pre-assessment will allow me to understand where your child or the student is struggling and where we need to work on, what we need to work on the most. So we'd start by identifying the 2D shapes. So all you would need to do is you would just need to click that link. This link would take you to the assessment. And as you just go through, you'll see all these things. So you would just drag the arrow to how many sides you have. So drag a red arrow to each edge. So here's an edge. And then we would go to watching a video about Pete the cat. Pete the cat, just as like a fun video, gets the student knowing about shapes. It actually teaches them about shapes as long with watching Pete the cat, because what kid doesn't love Pete the cat? So again, you would just click where it says click here. And then we would get into our unit. So with this unit, you would begin to match the words to the correct shape. So I already have it done. So normally you would just, So you would take the square and drag it here, circle there, and triangle there. I'll show you on the next screen. So here is where you would drag oval to the oval. Let's see. And you just keep going. So then you would count the numbers of sides and vertices, as we will be learning about those as well. So I have already done one for you. So you just would take this number right here and drag it to wherever, how many sides the triangle has, and then so forth for the vertices. Then we'd be in person on Wednesday. And on Wednesday, this is what our day would look like. We would start off with, again, our problem of the day, and then we would lead into a lesson that I will present to you. And then we would go on to a fun activity to practice what we have learned throughout that lesson. So our fun activity would be, I can roll my Play-Doh to form the sides for each shape. So I will have these mats laminated, and I will bring some Play-Doh, and you'll be rolling out some Play-Doh to outline each shape that is provided. Next would be our last lesson of the week, Friday's lesson. Again, start with problem of the day. What shapes do you see? So looking at this bed, the student would tell me each shape that you see on this bed. Pillows, the mattress, the headboard. And then it would lead us into another video that's called Shapes Are Everywhere. Again, you would just need to click here to watch. And it just is a little song that just lets us know that anywhere you look, shapes are everywhere. Just like the problem of the day was where we had a bed. Everywhere we look in our house, there's a shape. We'd then continue our lesson and complete it. You would start off by sorting the 2D and 3D shapes. Again, you would just drag each shape you see into whether it is 2D or 3D. Then you will move the stars to the correct shapes. So these stars right here, you would drag it to wherever is a sphere. There's enough stars to cover each picture and shape. Then you would lead to cones. Again, drag each star to a cone. Same thing for cubes and rectangular prisms and cylinders and the pyramids. And then after that is a post-assessment. This is very similar to the pre-assessment that we took on Monday. I want you to take the post-assessment to see what you have learned about the 2D and 3D dimensional shapes. So again, you would click here to take that test. And after this test, it will allow me to see how much the student, Sarah, has progressed. If she is still struggling, I will reteach. Maybe even the next week, we may visit 2 times in person so we can get that skill down. I always, sometimes I like to see what the student is interested in. For example, if Sarah likes dinosaurs or sports, I could relate the lesson more to whatever she is interested in. So that kind of helps the kid grasp the concept a little better. I look forward to a fun year, and this is just so exciting to get to work with Sarah and help her improve. And I cannot wait to see how much she learns throughout the school year. Thank you, and I hope you guys have a great weekend.